Welcome to Coach's Corner. I'm your host, Sean Anderson, and on this edition, the head coach of the Ponca City Wildcat football team, Coach Scott Harmon, will be with us. We will talk about the Tulsa, Washington game. We'll talk about the upcoming Sapulpa game. It'll be the last game of the season for the Wildcats this year, and that's coming up. And to start our show, Kristin Smith, the head coach of the High Steppers, the national award-winning, critically acclaimed High Steppers. I always have to throw those in there, right?
Appreciate that. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. Senior night, Tulsa, Washington, in town, and not just for the football team and the players, but senior night for the High Steppers. And you've had some seniors that you've watched grow up through the program. How difficult is that for you?
You know, it is crazy. Every season, every senior night is hard for me. It really is. It's hard to say goodbye to those girls because most of those girls I've coached for 4 years, and a lot of them I've known even before they were on my team. So it's always a rough one, but this last Friday was really rough for me. My niece is a senior this year, and she's my captain. And you know, I can remember when she was in the 8th grade and she was trying out, and she made the team. And I thought, oh my gosh, I've got 4 years with her. This is going to be forever. This is going to be awesome. And it's almost over. And a few tears Friday night. It was hard. It was hard.
Well, the High Steppers are going to be very busy, as a matter of fact, as we move in to further into the fall. Panic is always exciting for the Steppers, and that's right before the High Steppers get into basketball and wrestling season. Let's talk Panic first. It's coming up the 19th and 20th of November, and so anything, it's always something special, of course, with the High Steppers. It'd be weird if you were like, nah, not really. But no, what can we expect at Panic?
You know, we do things a little differently at Panic. This is, my girls actually do kind of a hip hop routine at Panic, and that's really about the only time that we ever do that style at all. So my girls enjoy that. I mean, it's kind of fun for them. It kind of breaks out of their traditional mold of being, you know, really strong and really stiff and you know, military, that type of thing, to be able to do that. So they really enjoy that, and they have a good time with it. We're just now learning it. So, you know, we're in the gym trying to get that taken care of, and then also learning choreography for basketball, and I'm teaching stuff for basketball, wrestling, for nationals. I mean, so yeah, it starts getting crazy.
So the training is compartmentalized. Yeah. Wow, my goodness.
It's interesting, but yeah.
Well, basketball will be coming up on the 27th. Of course, wrestling right around the corner too. As your High Steppers, your athletes prepared and are making that transition now from football into getting ready for Panic, basketball, wrestling. What is that transition like? Is it pretty much just a smooth, okay, we were doing that, now we're doing this?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, the girls are kind of used to that, just moving on to different things. Panic is a great tradition. It's been a great tradition at the high school for so long that I always want my girls to be a part of it. And so, you know, we kind of do have to break a little bit just to focus on that because we don't have a lot of time to work on it. But then really just roll right into basketball. And because we start doing some of our nationals choreography at basketball and wrestling, it's a very easy transition.
Yeah.
So
what's the difference between a High Stepper routine at a football game versus inside Robson Fieldhouse?
You know, there's not a ton of difference. We are still doing the same types. We still do high kicks. We still do military routines. I would say sometimes they might be, I don't know, this does sound weird, but they may be a little flashier in basketball and wrestling because it is our national stuff.
Yeah.
And so other than a couple of routines for basketball and wrestling, most of what we do is for nationals. And so, you know, we're trying to wow the judges with some things that you might not see at football season. So like some stunting and that kind of stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, a very important part of the High Steppers because it is expensive to travel. Nationals is a big deal.
Yes.
And of course, the High Steppers, they bring home those titles, and they always do well. And the tradition continues. And
well, thanks.
In order for that to continue, though, it takes important fundraisers throughout the year, and another big fundraiser coming up for the High Steppers, the cinnamon rolls that everyone raves about every year. You're bringing those back.
Oh, yeah. We're starting those. It's the braids and the cinnamon rolls and all those great pastries that you can freeze and keep for Christmas and Thanksgiving,
Sure.
and so that's starting in November. So I've had several of my girls say, "Hey, I've already had people asking me when we're going to start selling them." So yeah, it's
All
coming
right,
up.
very good. Head coach of the Pohai Steppers, Kristin Smith. Kristin, thank you for being on the show.
No problem. Thank you.
It's Kristin Smith, the Pohai Steppers, and look for those cinnamon rolls. Just do that. You probably, yeah, exactly. And buy extra. You can freeze them, right?
Yes.
Yeah, buy as much as you want.
Buy as many as you want.
Yes, please do. All right. Coming up right here on Coach's Corner, the head coach of the Ponca City Wildcat football team, Scott Harmon, will be our guest. Stay close.